All right, friends, welcome back to One Sober to Another. I'm Wayne, and I'm an alcoholic. Today's daily reflection for 30 November 2020, protection for all. Let's go. All right, sober friends, hope you had another sober day and you got through another 24 hours without a drink or drug. And if not, let's strive for just another 24 hours of sobriety. Here we go. At the personal level, anonymity provides protection for all members from identification as alcoholics. A safeguard often of special importance to newcomers. At the level of press, radio, TV, and films, anonymity stresses the equality and the fellowship of all members by putting the brake on those who might otherwise exploit their AA affiliation to achieve recognition, power, or personal gain. Understanding Anonymity, page 5. Attraction is the main force in the fellowship of AA. The miracle of continuous sobriety of alcoholics within AA confirms this fact every day. It would be harmful if the fellowship promoted itself by publicizing through the media of radio and TV the sobriety of well-known public personalities who became members of AA. If these personalities happen to have slips, outsiders would think our movement is not strong and they might question the veracity and miracle of this entry. Alcoholics Anonymous is not anonymous, but its members should be. What the hell? All right, so check it out. Alcoholics Anonymous is not for everybody. I got it. I understand. But Alcoholics Anonymous is also not anonymous. But its members, people like me, should be. And why is that? Well, think about the people that, if you've been to Alcoholics Anonymous, that you meet. Some are in some very prestigious positions within their communities. Others are leaders in the United States military. Others are doctors. Some are lawyers. Some are even psychiatrists and psychologists. If the word got out that these people were attending Alcoholics Anonymous and they ended up drinking again and somebody spotted them at a bar or saw them taking down a 12-pack or, watch them stumble home or get into a bar fight simply because they were drunk, what would be the backlash and repercussions of that? Oh, they went to AA, but it didn't work. That must mean Alcoholics Anonymous doesn't work, right? No. Why is that? Because most people who work the 12 steps, and this is not everybody, and I've relapsed twice, as most of you may know, but for most of them that work the program, most of them do recover. Those who do not recover are people who will not or cannot simply give themselves to this program. Now, that's a little bit of a quote from the big book, if any of you know what that is. The quote, I mean. But so there are people who have conditions to where they're not going to recover simply by working a 12-step program. And if they can't get rigorously honest with themselves, they're not going to get well either. So recovery starts at the personal level. If I don't have the desire to stop drinking, why the hell would I, even go to a 12-step program? Like I told you yesterday, I went to Alcoholics Anonymous in the beginning simply because my wife asked me to go. And I thought I was going to get her off my back. But that's not the case. If I don't have the desire to stop drinking, nobody's going to make me. So the 12-step program in turn will not work the way that it's designed to work. Feel me on that? If so, drop a comment below so somebody can get some of that. So for newcomers, right? If we publicize Alcoholics Anonymous, and if I'm shifting too much, I apologize. And I'll tell you why this is behind me in just a second. If newcomers come to AA and they discover that the chairperson, the person holding the meeting, has relapsed, are they likely to come back? Probably not. And why? Because they would think that the program Alcoholics Anonymous is not a foolproof for them, so to speak. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to talk for AA and I don't want to talk for other folks. I can only speak for myself. And that's really, that's really the experience, strength, and hope that I'm trying to deliver here. So if a newcomer comes to a meeting, and matter of fact, I can attest to that. I went to Alcoholics Anonymous more than once. I did it for my wife the first time, and I did it for friends and family the next, and then I did it for myself. When I did it for myself, I had a sponsor. This would be my second sponsor, and I had a total of 3, but this would be my second. And I got to the meeting and I didn't see him there, and I was like, where is Chris? I don't see him anywhere. Anybody seen Chris? And my buddy was like, hey man, look, I gotta tell you, he relapsed last night. He fell off pretty hard. And I was devastated. I was like, what? This guy had 5 years of sobriety. And now, that's not outing him because I made that fictitious on purpose. This guy had 5 years of sobriety. And I was like, wow, what does that mean for me? Because I'm quite new here and I'm not certain how to stay sober by myself in the first place. So I doubted the program and I doubted the way that it could work until I realized that, people are going to stumble. Not everybody's going to get it right on the first try. Matter of fact, most don't get it right on the first try. However, if we're lucky enough to make it back and we're lucky enough to recover from our relapse and thrive once again in sobriety and stay sober and work our program and live our principles and traditions, then we are successful and the program works. So how does that go? Protection for all. If Alcoholics Anonymous publicized itself as a recovery industry and as, this whole percentage proof thing, and I've said percents before, but they are proven. But if Alcoholics Anonymous advertised as that, and it didn't work out for that one person who went there and said, oh, I thought it had this % recovery rate, but it didn't work for me, what would that do? What would that do to Alcoholics Anonymous? It would pretty much crumble it to the ground and take all the credibility away from those who have succeeded and those who are living in recovery. And they would lose the ability to help other people. Me telling you my experiences and strength and hope, if I publicized that I was the #1 solution, but yet I fell off and I relapsed, would you come back? Probably not, right? Okay, that's food for thought today. Let me tell you why this is behind me, folks. This is behind me because soldiers in particular have service members have a predisposed condition or culture rather to alcoholism and to addiction and to gratuitous drinking and binge drinking and partying and everything else. Well, this weekend I'm shooting a video that is very special, and it's called, wait for it, One Soldier to Another. And this is going to be a specific message to service members all around the world, how to protect yourselves within the service if you are an alcoholic, and if you like to get your party on, how to keep you out of trouble, so to speak. Give you some tools that will help you recognize if you're out of control, and give you some tools that will help you be able to get help if you need help without making it too late for yourself. that's what it's going to be about, folks. And I just wanted to give that to you real quick, so that way you could be on the lookout for that and take advantage of what's going to be in that video. Lastly, but not least, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out how to stay sober through the holidays, I strongly recommend you make it through the full 18 minutes. And you want to know why? Because there are tidbits of golden nuggets of information that is helpful to anyone who is going to be having a family get-together, or anyone who's going to be alone on the holidays, and especially during this COVID period. Check it out, folks. One sober to another. I'm Wayne, I'm an alcoholic, and I, after I say life's a garden, dig it, is going to see you in the next one. You have a good day.